Well, I just had to go and get some tea on the way. I went to McDonald's.
He was screaming for an hour.
Yeah, well, I've got diabetes, so I need to get some tea before I see ginger pubes.
Right, well, we better get in there now. He's pitching a fit.
Well, you do know, a visit to McDonald's makes your day.
I'm loving it.
Hello, I'm Angel D'Souza.
And I'm the infamous DJ King.
And we've been told by BWP General Manager Sean Aston that we have to remove all adult content from all future BWP Encore shows.
So we, from the bottom of our hearts, would like to apologise if we've offended anyone with our foul language and our shameless pandering to big global companies.
However, seeing as episode 3 officially hasn't started yet, and for the final time,
roll the credits.
from Over the Edge, Angel D'Souza.
And I am the infamous DJ King, and welcome to episode number 3 of BWP Encore.
As with all other previous shows, this is the show what gives you that little bit extra of everything Britannia Wrestling Promotions. And coming off a fantastic night at the Frith Beach Arena, we had BWP Champions Ball.
We did, and we saw every title in BWP change hands. We saw a new Rookie Division Champion, we saw new Tag Team Champions, we saw a new Money in the Bank holder, and we even saw a new PWI BWP Catchweight Champion, and we are going to get to that very, very soon.
So let's not waste any more time and let's recap what went down at the Frith Beach Arena. And the first match what we had was the Trainee Battle Royal.
It was a Trainee Battle Royal. All the students from the BWP Training Academy, you know, featuring on their first show. It was a nervous night for the guys. I mean, we did speak to quite a few of them backstage, and they were bricking it. But it was an entertaining match. We saw a lot of highlights, but eventually we did see BWP rookie Ace Jordan take the victory, and now he is a full member of the roster. We were going to get an interview with him, but he was at the bar trying to get served. Didn't happen because he looks about 12. But, you know, good luck to you, Ace, and hopefully we'll see you down the line sometime. Maybe we will get that interview.
So you could say he didn't get served, but he definitely got owned. No?
Go home.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get it to the next match. And the next match on the card was the Rookie Division Championship match. We had the reigning and defending champion Mark Morgan taking on... Well, for Mark Morgan it was a mystery opponent. He didn't know he was taking on. But it turned out that it was the Japanese sensation known as Pyro. Let's take a look at the footage. Well, as you saw from that footage, it was an incredibly hard-fought battle between Mark Morgan and the new rookie champion, Pyro. You know, we were both there that night.
Yeah. I can't believe what an absolute devastating finishing manoeuvre. A rookie, I mean we call them rookies, but these guys are skilled athletes, and that was an absolutely phenomenal corkscrew moonsault to, you know, clinch victory and take home Pyro's first BWP championship.
It was an impressive night all round. It was an impressive debut for Pyro. Now we were going to try and get an interview with him, but BWP are too tight to fork out for a translator, and he speaks only Japanese, and I speak no Japanese. So what we thought was we'd go a little bit different, and we went and got ourselves an interview with the now former BWP rookie champion, Mark Morgan. Take a look at this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with the now former BWP rookies champion, Mark Morgan. Mark, you have just this moment left the ring after your match with the now BWP rookie division champion, Pyro. It's a tough loss. How do you feel?
What? How Mark Morgan feels? You're asking a ridiculous question. I tell you what, Mark Morgan should rip your face off and wipe your ass with a ridiculous question. Let me explain something to you. Weeks ago, BWP threw Mark Morgan in a title match against a guy who wasn't even announced. I had no idea what his name was, who he was, where he came from, what even style he wrestled. And to top that off, he had to put his BWP rookie title on the line. So how do Mark Morgan feel? It's ridiculous. It's a shambles. Pyro, from Japan, Japanese, I don't give a shit where you're from. You stole my title. I will get it back. Whether you like it, or BWP management like it. This ain't over. I want my title back. So what stupid other questions have you got?
Well, Mark, just the one. How many titles did you have a month ago?
4.
And how many titles do you have now?
Is this really relevant?
I think this is quite relevant. I think the fans want to know about this.
1.
That's great. Back to you in the studio. I killed me. I'm so funny.
Well, you can understand why he's upset. I mean, I'm not Mark Morgan's biggest fan by a long shot. I mean, has he been on holiday to America recently or something?
I know. What was it with that American accent? I just don't get it.
It's like he's like from California or something like that.
It's the bleach blonde hair. It must be getting to the brain.
Well, definitely. But either way, you're going to be upset if you don't know you're going to face that night. And when he's lost the title as well, you can understand why he feels
well,
that way.
yeah, no, you say that, but at the end of the day, he claims to be a great British champion. Mark Morgan wins belts wherever he goes. Well, if you can win belts wherever you go, you should be prepared to face anyone who comes at you. Whether it's someone you know you're going to wrestle, whether it's someone you've never even heard of. It shouldn't matter to Mark Morgan. If he was a true fighting champion, he'd have won the match, and he didn't. Tough luck, Mark. There's always a rematch.
I'm sure this won't be the last we hear about Goldilocks whining and complaining about what went on, but, you know, we can't really dedicate the whole show to Mark.
What?
So let's break it down to the next match which we had on the night, which was a fatal four-way for the vacant BWP Tag Team Championships.
This match was elimination rules, and it contained some of the best tag teams in the country. We had the Hunter Brothers,
The Blackpool Blondes.
We had the Knights and Squared Circle.
All the way from the Midlands, we had...
Sorry, it was BBS and filling in for Ryan Smile.
Yeah, he didn't make it, yeah.
It was, sorry, I've got my notes. I do apologise about this, ladies and gents. I'm being very unprofessional, but Damien Dunn. Yes, it was BBS and Damien Dunn. And I mean, it was an astounding match. I mean, these teams, obviously, all of these teams were being introduced to the BWP crowd for the first time, but they did nothing but impress. And even though, do you know what? Let's not talk about that yet. Let's go to the footage.
Wow, what, fantastic footage there. 8-man Russian leg sweep.
We had every single conceivable dive. I mean, it might as well have been an Olympic competition.
Luis Suarez would have been jealous about the amount of dives what was going on in that match.
It's a bit close to the bone, that one for me, bud.
Alright, well let's just cut to the chase. We've got new BWP Tag Team Champions.
Under dubious circumstances, I mean, we all saw what happened. D-Mac got the belt, smashes JD Sassoon in the face. Boom. It was game over, and we had new BWP Tag Team Champs in the Knights of the Squared Circle.
Yeah, and I was the lucky, or possibly unlucky one, who got to interview the Knights of the Squared Circle shortly after their victory.
Let's go to the footage.
Yes! 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 We're the Tag Team Champions! I told you, Knights of the Squared Circle will reign supreme.
We're both former BWP Catchweight champions. Now, we're the Tag Team Champions!
Alright, guys. I'm here backstage, with an exclusive BWP Encore with the new BWP Tag Team Champions. LGT, Lord Graham Thomas, and Sir Dean McManus, the Knights of the Squared Circle. Now, guys, you've got to admit, you have won these belts in quite dubious circumstances, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Well, quite clearly, you came in the middle of the ring and then you've used the belt to get the win.
No, we didn't.
Well, who did then?
Nobody did. We got that pin fair and square. Anal D'Souza, hold my belt and hold his belt. We are the Tag Team Champions of Britannia Wrestling Promotions.
We said 2 former Catchweight champions tonight will become Tag Team Champions, and that's exactly what happened. You were looking at quite simply the greatest assemblance ever put together in BWP of Lord Graham Thomas and Sir Dean McManus. We may possibly be Tag Team Champions forever.
Thank you. Is this over? Good day.
Anal D'Souza. I don't always agree with LGT, but that was funny.
So childish. See what I have to work with?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and now it's time to talk about one of our 2 main events from Champions Ball. It was a triple threat, steel cage, money in the bank match. Yes, it was that stacked.
The first ever steel cage match in Wales, an absolutely massive spectacle. We had 3 of BWP's greatest athletes going for a shot, a guaranteed shot, anytime, anywhere, at the PWI BWP Catchweight Championship. We had CJ Banks.
The babyface Pitbull.
And finally, Liverpool's #1 son, Zach Gibson.
Now this was, by far, one of the most impressive matches that me or my partner here has ever seen. Don't take our word for it, take a look at the footage.
We're standing face to face. I will own you. You're feeling out of place. You've entered my realm, and I won't let you escape. You've broken my rules, and I won't hesitate to bring you down. We're standing
There you have it, everyone. The winner, Zach Gibson.
Now, I'll tell you what, I mean, everyone knows I got a little bit of bias when it comes towards Zach Gibson, but that match was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my history here with BWP. And I'm not just saying it was Zach. I mean, credit to all three men. That was one of the hardest hitting cage matches I have ever seen. I mean, the suplex. The Pitbull taking that suplex from the top of the cage. It was shocking.
Well,
it was impressive. And the fact that he got up.
I could feel the vibrations, from coming over to me when that suplex hit the ring. So I can't even begin to imagine each one of those guys was feeling after such a brutal and barbaric match.
And I mean, if you went there on the night and you've seen the footage, yeah, you see the cage, but you don't understand how impressive that cage is. I mean, we got a chance to walk around the ring, actually get into the ring while the cage was being set up for the first time. And I mean, it's not soft. This is a steel cage. Those bars right through the middle and the ropes. I mean, you crack your back on one of them and it's game over. And all three of these men put their bodies on the line for that match, just to impress you fans. And it was so good.
Anyway, we digress. DJ got an interview with the winner, Liverpool's #1 son, Zach Gibson.
Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the brand new Mr. Money in the Bank for BWP, Liverpool's #1 and my personal friend, Zach Gibson. Zach, you've just been in what can only be described as a hellacious cage match with former BWP champion CJ Banks and former BWP champion the Big Fish Pitbull. Now you managed to overcome all the odds and win in that hellacious cage match. Please, your thoughts.
You're right, Mike. I was in there with a former BWP Catchweight champion, the Juice, with a former BWP Catchweight champion, the Pitbull. But they were in there with Liverpool's #1. They were in there with the best thing in British wrestling today, and they were in there with the future BWP Catchweight champion. Money in the Bank means I can challenge whenever I want. Cyanide, the Toxic Terror, 350 pounds of monster. You don't intimidate me. Not after getting thrown off that cage several times. If you're still the champ by the end of the night, Alex, I'm coming for you. And Dylan Roberts, me and you tore the house down in Denby. If you win this belt tonight, it's me and you one more time. One more time to feel that electricity. One more time to feel that crowd roar for me versus you. Liverpool versus Wales. Dylan, I hope you win the belt tonight, because I'm looking for another match of the night.
Well, I don't really think there's anything else we can say apart from that. Zach, congratulations.
Don't get some ice
amazing
on me.
match. Back to you in the studio.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first exclusive interview with the Money in the Bank winner, Zach Gibson. Now, he's clearly focused and he's going to be gunning for the BWP Catchweight champion. But we didn't even know who it was going to be at the end of the night, did we?
No, we didn't. And as Gibson said, he didn't care if it was going to be Cyanide, he didn't care if it was going to be Dylan. He knows in his heart that when it comes down to it, he is going to be the next BWP Catchweight champion.
So let's find out who was the eventual winner of the BWP Catchweight Championship match.
But before we get into this, we do need to address the fact that before the match started, Cyanide comes to the ring and says that he doesn't want any outside interference, he doesn't want to see Dylan run away. So he decides, I mean, he beat up a couple of the ring crew just so they wouldn't take the cage down. And Cyanide decided that his match, defending his title against Dylan Roberts, was going to be inside the steel cage. So not one, but 2 steel cage matches at Champions Ball. Now let's take a look at the footage.
Step away from the cage! Step away from the cage!
He's never changed much.
And I can see this going
What's up? Cheer up. Just because your boy lost and no longer is the BWP Catchweight champion. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the PWI BWP Catchweight title match. Victorious over a 20-stone monster. Victorious in a 15-foot high steel cage is 100% Welsh beef, Dylan Roberts.
Now, as everyone knows, I've got a pretty good friendship with Alex Cyanide, and it pains me to say this, but it was an impressive victory from Dylan Roberts. I mean, you're going in there against a guy the size and strength and speed and agility of a Cyanide. I mean, he's the total package. He is a monster. And to get a victory like that in a normal match against him is impressive. But to take him on in a 15-foot steel cage, no rules, no way out. It was pinfall or submission, and that was it. And Dylan Roberts did one thing that night that, I mean, it's hard to do. He impressed every single person in that arena. I mean, if you were there that night, you saw it. Dylan Roberts launching Cyanide from the top rope for the victory. I mean, you saw how hard he threw him. I mean, he flipped backwards. I've never seen a guy that size be thrown with such force. I mean, it was impressive.
I told you on the last show, I called that this was going to happen. You doubted Dylan because of his size. He was bigging up the big man Cyanide, but I said that Dylan was going to win it for one reason and one reason only, because he had it in here. He's got the drive, the determination, and he's got the love and support of all the BWP fans. But that's not all. I got an exclusive interview backstage with the champ, just moments, literally moments after he won the title. Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, another BWP Encore exclusive. I am backstage here with your new PWI BWP Catchweight champion Dylan Roberts. I just have to say, not only did he overcome the massive mountain that is Cyanide, but it was also an impromptu cage match. Dylan, how do you feel right now?
Absolutely ecstatic. I couldn't have asked for anything more from the starting crowd. Saw a few familiar faces from Denby that came down to show their support. You know, for the first time ever, I do believe that the Dragon slayed the George. It was just absolutely fantastic. The crowd were electric. I mean, although it was a cage match, it sort of worked to my advantage really. The first time I had Cyanide, the last time I had Cyanide was in Penaford, and everyone knows Pitbull came down. So, I mean, although Cyanide set the standards with the cage match for me not to go anywhere, it also worked in my favour. No one else could come in, and I could prove why I deserve to be PWI BWP Catchweight champion.
That's fantastic, but now you've got the belt. You're a marked man, and the man who seems to have the big bullseye aiming at you at the moment would be Liverpool's #1 son, Zach Gibson. Now that he's won a triple threat cage match tonight, so he's now got a Money in the Bank shot, so he can cash that in whenever he likes.
Although I wear this around my waist, I'm fully aware that I carry a target on my back. Zach Gibson, I had you at Denby, and the roof nearly came off. All in all, to be honest with you, pal, I've got nothing against you. Anytime, I know you got an open shot, anytime, anywhere, any place you want to cash your shot in for this belt, bring it. It's cool, man. I've got no beef with you whatsoever. I've got all the respect for you in the world. Obviously, I'm the man to beat, but I'm pretty sure you come a close second.
There you are. That's the world exclusive interview. First interview with your new PWI BWP Catchweight champion, 100% Welsh beef, Dylan Roberts. Let's get back to the studio. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first exclusive interview backstage with your new PWI BWP Catchweight champion, Dylan Roberts. What a pleasure it was and an honour just to spend a few minutes with the guy. He's so deserving of winning the title. I couldn't think of anybody better to be our company's flag bearer coming into the summer months.
You give me a break, seriously. Oh, he's such a nice guy. Oh, he's so well deserving. Oh, I respect you, Dylan. Oh, I respect you, Zach. What's all those mutual respect crap? Dylan, come on, man. You've just won the belt. And now you're saying you're going to take on all these challenges. Mate, you don't keep a title through mutual respect. You keep a title through ruthlessness and through pure aggression. Dylan, you got the wrong attitude to be the champ, mate. Good luck to you, but I don't see your run lasting long.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on this one, because I think he's going to be a great champion for BWP. So that brings an end to the first half of BWP Encore. Here's a quick message. Are you even allowed to say crap on the screen? Because as far as I was concerned, crap is like a swear word.
Look, I've just got a text message. Hang on. Right. Yeah, that was Sean Aston. I don't think I'm allowed to say crap. Okay, and we're back, and now it's time to talk about our next upcoming show, May 4th at the Frith Beach.
No, it's not time to talk about the next upcoming show. Because many of you may not know, we ran a charity show here last week at the Frith Beach Arena, and I want to know what your involvement is with Bam Bam Norton.
Right, hang on a minute, look, we don't need to talk about
No, you're not going to talk your way out of this one. Let's have a look at the footage.
My name, if you don't already know, is the infamous DJ King. Now, it's been a long time since I've been in a BWP ring. And I'm back here for one reason, and one reason only. To right the wrongs and the injustice made by BWP management. Now, as you can see, my rather large friend here, Mr. Bam Bam Norton, has been wronged by BWP, has been abandoned by BWP. And he came to me when no one else would help. He came to me. Well, now it's time to start righting the wrongs that BW have made so many of. Get up. You see, boy, there's something we've got to tell you. Now is not the time of vanilla midgets. Now is not the time of faceless nobodies in masks. Now is the time of brute strength. Bam Bam, show him what I mean. Go.
Okay, so you're going to explain yourself? What's all that about? What is the deal with you and Bam Bam Norton?
Look, anything I do outside of this studio is my business. If I want to be involved with Bam Bam Norton, then I'll be involved. At the end of the day, the guy comes to me, he asks for help. What am I to do? But it's good that you mentioned this, because now it's time to talk about the next show, May 4th, Frith Beach. And the first thing I want to talk about is a special little challenge that I've got for anyone on the roster.
So there is something going on with you?
Yeah, there is something going on with me and Bam Bam Norton.
So
I think the footage is pretty apparent. Any members of the BWP roster watching this, I want to say now, May 4th, Frith Beach, I'm opening a 3-minute challenge. All you have to do is get in the ring for 3 minutes with Bam Bam Norton. And if you can survive, there's a lot of cash coming your way.
It's not like 3 minutes eating with Bam Bam Norton, is it?
Oh no.
Because there's a lot of things you can do in 3 minutes, but due to the new contract we signed, we can't really say a lot of them. No? No?
Look, you asked about my involvement with Norton, and I'm telling you, the Guy comes to me for help. What else am I supposed to do?
Okay. Well, let's break it down to see what else we've got coming up on the 4th of May at the Frith Beach Arena. And following on from Pyro's immense victory at Champions Ball, we know that there's going to be a match with Pyro defending his belt for the first time against Troy McCarthy.
Now, a lot of people might not know Troy McCarthy. He is an up-and-comer in the British scene. He's a very talented young lad and he knows it.
Moans a lot.
Well, you know, we'll have to agree to disagree on that one also. But I think this is going to be a very fast-paced, high-flying, technical match in which we're going to see, I think we're going to see Troy McCarthy shine.
No, I don't. I think Troy McCarthy will probably moan to the referee for 10 minutes because that's all he does is do moan. But personally, I think Pyro's going to go on a long extended run as our rookie champion, and I'm going for Pyro for the win.
Well, once again, we've said it before tonight, we'll say it again. We're going to have to agree to disagree because I'm going to go with Troy McCarthy, new rookie champion. Pyro, flash in the pan. He's not BWP material. And I'm just going to say this now anyway. It doesn't matter who wins that because all of them are just holding the belt until Bam Bam Norton takes it back.
You and Bam Bam Norton, I just wish I knew exactly what was going on.
Well, when you need to know, you'll know.
I'm sure everybody else will as well. In addition, on May the 4th, we're going to have a match for the BWP Tag Team Championships.
Yes, it's going to be the new Tag Team Champions, the Knight of the Squared Circle, Lord Graham Thomas and Dangerous Dean McManus. Sir Dean McManus.
Make sure you get it right.
Oh, I do apologise. He's been dangerous, he's been deadly, he's been D-Mac, and now he's Sir Dean McManus. But yes, they will be facing the impressive team of the Blackpool Blondes. Blackpool Blondes did come incredibly close to winning the straps at Champions Ball. It was a title to the head of JD Sassoon that cost them the straps. So I'm sure the Blondes are going to really want to be getting back in the race and taking the title straight off LGT and Dean McManus.
We're going to find out on May the 4th. And a couple of shows ago, we mentioned a fallout from the El Bandito tournament.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, we were talking about Keith Myatt and former BWP rookie champion Mark Morgan. Now these two men, yeah, they had an altercation after the El Bandito tournament. I've been talking a lot of smack to each other via the internet. And BWP management have seen this, they've known what's going on, and they decided, right, well, you know, there's only one way to settle this in our business. Let's put these two guys in the ring and let them fight it out. Now, Mark Morgan's just lost his rookie championship. He's not in a good mood. He's in that bad of a mood. He's talking with a slight American accent. So, I think Mark Morgan might be a little bit more focused this time, and maybe he's going to be concentrating on what he didn't concentrate on last time. Last time he was too busy with his many titles, setting up his Argos bookcase so we can put them all on there. This time, maybe he's going to give Keith the attention that Keith deserves, and if he does, Mark Morgan could walk out this match the victor.
It's a battle of the Stokies, like we said a couple of months ago, and you're talking about people being in bad moods and Mark Morgan being in a bad mood, but Keith's always in a mood.
Then I'm calling the mean old bastard for nothing.
Exactly. You're going. Who are you going to go for?
See, it's a tough one. If you'd have asked me this question a month ago, it'd have been Keith Myatt, hands down. But I don't know. Mark Morgan. If Mark Morgan likes to fire under his own ass like he should, then I'll probably give this to Mark Morgan. He's got the speed, he's got the agility, and he's got the youth working on his side. Wait, hang on a minute.
What, you didn't text? Is that Bam Bam Norton again?
No, this one was Sean Aston again. He said I'm not allowed to say mean old bastard.
Oh. You're going to get us fired from this job.
I think you're pretty much helping out with that as well.
I don't think so. I'm going to have £1 here. £1 on Myatt for the win, and a double that we don't get fired.
Okay.
Right.
Well, let's move on to the next match. And the next match is a semi-rematch of sorts from Champions Ball. We're going to see the most dominating man in BWP. Well, self-proclaimed most dominating man in BWP. We're going to see the babyface Pitbull take on BWP, Mr. Money in the Bank, Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. Now, if you know your history, you'll know that Zach Gibson and the babyface Pitbull have faced off many times in many different places. These two, they're no strangers to each other. This match should be an absolute cracker.
But let's take into account, as good as Zach Gibson is, and he is Mr. Money in the Bank, he's still going to have to contend with the meddling and scheming of Baz Mack at ringside and the babyface Pitbull's girlfriend Lana.
I mean, you have got to take that into consideration. Yeah, I mean, Pitbull, he's got that new swagger behind him. He's got this whole new attitude where, you know, he feels he's entitled to everything that he wants, basically. But, I mean, obviously, you know, Zach Gibson, he's no green boy. He's new. He's not a new kind of guy. He knows what he's doing. He's been in the business long enough. And I think Zach Gibson, he's definitely a contender for this one.
Be there May the 4th at the Frith Beach Arena. You're going to see two pure athletes go at it one-on-one. It's going to be a cracker. But that's not all. We have got the main event of the evening. As soon as it's your boy, you can mention it.
We're going to have a rematch, straight up, one-on-one, for the PWI BWP Catchweight Championship. It's going to be Dylan Roberts in his first title defence, taking on the Toxic Terror, Cyanide.
And that's not all. Not only is the prestigious PWI BWP Catchweight Championship on the line, the winner of this match will face Zima Ion. Yes, that's TNA's Zima Ion. Former X Division champion Zima Ion. On May 26th.
Hang on a minute. Is this an exclusive?
Exclusive.
I think this is an exclusive. Once again, BWP Encore bringing you, the BWP faithful, all the exclusives we can get our dirty little hands on. Make sure you're there May 4th to see Cyanide take on Dylan Roberts. BWP title on the line, and the winner will face off against Zima Ion. Now, obviously, there's no point in asking me who I think is going to win this match. As great as Dylan looked in the cage, I think it was a fluke. I don't think he's got the guts to really be able to take it to Cyanide like he did that night. It was a one-off, and I think Cyanide's going to regain the BWP title.
See, I totally disagree. I knew you was going to back up your big boy Bertie Balls Cyanide. You know, he's all mouth at the moment.
Can you say Bertie Balls?
Yeah, balls is a normal word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, everything's dirty in my head, you know that.
Well, yeah. Anyway, getting back to the chase. I'm going to go for 100% Welsh beef again.
And I'm going to go, obviously, with the Toxic Terror, Cyanide.
Make sure you're there May the 4th.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the final segment of our show. If you've ever watched before, you'll know what it is. It's time for Ask Angel. Okay, broadcast partner of mine, we've got some very, very good questions tonight we've received via Twitter and via the BWP fan forum, which is on the BWP website. You can sign up for that anytime now. Just go to www.britanniawrestling.co.uk and sign up for the forum. So, let's get going with the first question. And our first question comes from Anya HB155H at Twitter, and she asks, what is your favourite type of cheese?
I answered this question about 6 years ago.
And do you know what? I remember that. The original Ask Angel. If you've never seen it, go on YouTube. You might just be able to find one of the original episodes of Ask Angel. It's him, sat on his couch, in his living room, answering questions that he made up for himself.
Just Google fat Wigan bloke in AC Milan top, it pretty much comes up.
So, come on. What's your favourite type of cheese?
Right, well, I was obviously moving on 6 years down the line. I'm a bit of a cheese connoisseur. You know, I like a bit of Wensleydale. I like that Mexican cheese, nacho cheese.
Is that the kind of cheese that's not your cheese?
It's not your cheese.
It's not your cheese.
It's nacho cheese.
It's not Jack Lightning's cheese.
But I like cheddar, but there is nothing ever as cheesier than an LGT promo.
Oh!
Boom! in your face,
Oh,
mummy
oh. Because we all know, ladies and gentlemen, that there is nothing cheesier than anything LGT does. Right, come on then. To move on.
Numero 2.
This forum, this question, sorry, comes from the forum, and it comes from Helen S.
I know her. Do you know her?
I know her.
Yeah.
I think we've met her.
I feel a presence in the studio.
Yeah, sometimes. I do feel like, though, that I am better than her.
Really?
I also feel that you are better than her.
Who better than Helen?
Everyone's better than Helen.
Alright.
But I digress. Let's go. Come on. She asks, so Angel, although you've been around for a while, you have been around for a while.
Yep.
You haven't really attended the majority of BWP shows.
Nope.
Looking back over the last 4+ years,
Yep.
which show do you regret missing and why? That is actually a really good question because you've got like the Denby Town Hall. I know you've never been to a Denby Town Hall brawl.
Nope.
You've never been to a Town Hall brawl.
Nope.
And the Town Hall brawl, you know, obviously our fans know that Town Hall brawls. We treat they are the biggest shows of the year for us, and you know it goes off. For lack of a better term, it goes off. It gets violent. It gets brutal. But I mean, I know you've looked back. You've seen footage. You did get yourself educated for this position. So come on, what show do you regret missing the most?
That show, I think it's at the Nova Centre, where it's Sean Phoenix against Jim King.
Who's Jim King?
Right. Jim King, Sean Phoenix. I'm going to try and
Hang on, no. Who's Jim King? And who's Sean Phoenix?
It was that epic match where it was the Zelda Tights versus the Wigan.
Oh! Zelda Tights versus the Campino.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Campino. Well, yeah, Campino. Have you seen Campino Away?
No.
Oh, Campino Away is well good. It's got an 18 on it.
Oh, brilliant! I love it. Right.
You love everything 18.
All joke. Whoa now. Oh, my wife's not watching. Anyway, back to the questions. And this one comes from Marcus Fraze, also via the BWP forum. And this one says, I don't know. I'm going to struggle to read this one with a straight face. How do you rate the brilliant Lord Graham Thomas, the true royalty of Britannia Wrestling?
Hang on a minute. What is this? Is this Ask LGT or something? The show is called Ask Angel, not Ask LGT.
I think I'm only asking about LGT, but
Hi, this is Lord Graham Thomas, and this message is sponsored by me and Wrestle Midlands. I've been hearing things from Anal D'Souza and DJ King, or as I like to call him, Mike. Mike, are you listening to me? Take it up the wrong gun? I don't think so. Someone who's never going to make it and my partner who's bringing me down? I don't think so. I am a BWP original. I am Lord Graham Thomas. I have been a 2-time, and look at those fingers, Mike, look at those fingers, BWP Catchweight champion. And I have the power and the money to make anything happen in BWP. If you want to push it any further, go right ahead after this little advert and keep saying what you wish, because sometimes wishes do come true. Bye bye.
bloody hell was that?
Well, why is he taking over? We was told no shameless plugs, and then he could just have one of his fancy...
Oh, no, it's no shameless plugs when Sean Astin's not getting paid for them. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but this is our show. We do this show. And if LGT, or if we're using real names, if Tom has a problem with that, then Tom should come speak to one of us personally, not go running off and paying for little announcements with all his Wrestle Midlands cash.
Just calm down a second though, because we could have a normal conversation with Tom in a minute, but because of his stupid, boring accent, it takes him about a week to get out a sentence.
Wait, don't rip his accent. It's bloody brilliant.
I think it's rubbish.
All jokes aside, LGT, you got a problem with us, you come talk to us. and we'll straighten you out.
Yeah, don't politic behind other people's backs to get your own way, you pleb.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. Once again, we want to ask you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Make sure you jump onto the BWP official website. We gave you the address earlier on, we'll give you it again now. It is www.britanniawrestling.co.uk. Sign up for the forum. Get involved. This show doesn't work without you people being there to give us your feedback and your questions every week. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ King.
I'm the ledge from Alderley Edge, Angel D'Souza.
And we are never, ever again going to pander to faceless corporations and shamelessly plug their products.
Nope. We do not bow down. Ooh, what's that? Oh, McDonald's! We'll see you all on May the 4th.
I'm loving it.